Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling. What if the cutest accessory you've ever seen was actually a coded love confession? Today, we're diving into a mystery that's got fans from Seoul to Paris on edge. Is Liu Yuning finally revealing his heart to Song Zuer? Without saying a single word? Get ready, Star Family, because this plush bird might just be the softest, most romantic secret in Cpop history. It all began with something so small, so seemingly insignificant, that many would have missed it altogether. A plush pink bird gently swaying from Liu Yuning's pocket. At first glance, it was just another accessory. A harmless fashion choice, perhaps a playful addition to his bright, patterned outfit. But for those who have followed Liu Yuning's journey, both as an artist and a person, it was anything but random. In a world where every gesture, every glance, every object worn in public is carefully curated, this keychain felt intentional, intimate, even. It stood out not because of its color or shape, but because it felt deeply personal. In a man known for his grounded style and emotionally restrained public image, this sudden burst of whimsy was startling. Why a bird? Why now? Why that shade of pink? As the image spread across social media, fans began to connect the dots. Theories emerged, not out of thin air, but from years of watching Liu Yuning and Song Zuer's on-screen chemistry, subtle interactions, and the unspoken bond that seemed to bridge them long after filming wrapped. What once felt like coincidence slowly transformed into narrative. The plush bird wasn't just a toy. It was a symbol, a quiet, coded message passed in full view. In Chinese pop culture, plushes and accessories are rarely just accessories. They often carry hidden meanings, gestures of affection, tokens of remembrance, or clues for fans savvy enough to read between the lines. A bird especially speaks volumes. Whether interpreted as a flamingo or a goose, both animals are associated with love, loyalty, and emotional connection. And in this context, such a symbol hanging from Liu Yuning's pocket suggested more than charm. It hinted at sentiment. What made the moment so compelling wasn't just the object itself, but the vulnerability it suggested. A man who seldom shows emotional openness chose, whether consciously or not, to carry something soft, symbolic, and childlike into the public eye. In doing so, he invited curiosity, speculation, and ultimately connection. It was subtle, but in a world oversaturated with noise, subtlety often speaks loudest. And this keychain, quiet as it seemed, might have said everything. Long before the plush keychain sparked whispers of hidden romance, the connection between Liu Yuning and Song Zuer had already been quietly unfolding in the background. Their relationship, whether friendship, professional admiration, or something more intimate, has always been wrapped in subtle glances, lingering silences, and those rare, unscripted moments that cameras accidentally capture, but fans never forget. Their story began on the set of The Prisoner of Beauty, where their on-screen chemistry was so palpable, it seemed to ripple beyond the boundaries of fiction. It wasn't forced or exaggerated. It was something quieter, more natural. The way they looked at each other between takes, the way their laughter overlapped just a little too long, and the way their gestures mirrored each other when they weren't even aware. These weren't moments designed for publicity. They were fragments of something real, emerging between lines and rehearsals. As time passed, fans began to piece together a subtle pattern. Coordinated outfits at events, similar accessories worn weeks apart, shared color palettes, and inside jokes that surfaced during interviews. These signs weren't overwhelming on their own, but together they suggested something layered. Something tender, careful, and unspoken. Their public appearances only deepened the intrigue. There was no dramatic declaration, no scandal, no clear boundary to define what they were. And perhaps that's exactly why it resonated with so many people. It reflected a kind of relationship that isn't built in headlines but in the quiet in-between spaces, where sincerity lingers in unfinished sentences, and where emotions reveal themselves not through words, but through consistency. What made this timeline so fascinating wasn't just the progression of their interactions, but the emotional restraint they both seem to hold. In a world where celebrity relationships are often loud, performative, and carefully managed, Liu Yuning and Song Zuer's dynamic offered something far more compelling, an unfolding connection that felt raw, uncertain, and profoundly human. Whether they were aware of the signals they were sending or not, their growing closeness, marked not by declarations but by emotional undercurrents, has drawn fans in not just because of who they are, but because of what they represent. A modern love story told not in bold letters but in whispers. A quiet tension softened by mutual tenderness. And in that quiet, a truth that perhaps even they are still learning to name. In the world of celebrity where every word is measured and every appearance scrutinized, true feelings often find refuge in symbols. For Liu Yuning and Song Zuer, it seems the heart of their unspoken connection lies not in grand confessions, but in the quiet poetry of objects, small, seemingly trivial, yet heavy with meaning. The pink bird keychain, soft and innocuous, now carries a weight that words could never fully convey. It is no longer just a plush toy. It has become a message, perhaps even a confession. Its very ambiguity stirs conversation. Is it a flamingo with its long legs and striking elegance? Or a goose, known for its lifelong loyalty and deep familial bonds? Either interpretation leads to the same destination: the language of love, wrapped in symbolism. In Chinese fandom culture, and increasingly across global pop culture, symbolic accessories like plushies are far more than decorative items. They are signposts, silent indicators of feelings that can't yet be spoken aloud. They give stars like Liu Yuning a way to reveal themselves gently, safely, without the finality or risk of direct admission. They allow room for interpretation, mystery, and connection with the audience, who eagerly decode each new clue like lovers reading hidden letters. What makes the symbolism so powerful is not just what is shown, but what is deliberately left unsaid. When asked about his fashion choices, Liu Yuning responded with a line that still echoes, "I wear what reflects my mood. Sometimes accessories help say what I can't." In that simple sentence lies an entire universe of vulnerability. The plush keychain isn't a performance. It's a reflection, perhaps of affection, longing, or hope. And for Song Zuer, whose own public moments are equally nuanced, the response may be found not in words but in parallel gestures. A similar color here, a background detail there. A shared smile caught at just the right moment. In a digital world oversaturated with noise, likes, and instant gratification, symbolism slows us down. It draws us into a more intimate rhythm, asking us to look closer, to feel more deeply. Liu Yuning and Song Zuer may not need to say a word. The symbols are already speaking. And for those who know how to listen, they're telling a story far more powerful than anything a headline could deliver. A story of quiet love still unfolding. Fans have gone full detective mode, digging through fan meets, live streams, and old behind-the-scenes clips. One fan commented, "Zuer had a pink flamingo plush in her dorm vlog last year. Could this be a shared inside joke?" Another added, "He's never worn cutesy things before. This feels intentional, like he's trying to say something, without getting caught." Some fans even made side-by-side collages comparing plush toys, earrings, set decorations, and found several recurring flamingo themes. This isn't about overthinking anymore. It's about seeing what's been right in front of us. In a recent interview, when asked about his style choices, Liu Yuning casually said, "I wear what reflects my mood. Sometimes, accessories help say what I can't." Fans believe that keychain was one of those silent messages. Was he nervous? Was he excited? Or maybe he was in love? In the era of celebrity soft launches, where stars drop hints instead of declarations, fans have grown skilled in decoding silence. This keychain isn't just decoration. It's symbolic storytelling. Instead of "we're dating," it's "teddy bear, here's a plush. Sparkling heart, here's a smile. Camera with flash. Now you figure out the rest." For many, that's even more powerful than a press release. Because love, when whispered, feels even more real. Whether Liu Yuning and Song Zuer are a couple or simply close friends, their connection reminds us of something beautiful. Sometimes emotions don't need to be shouted from rooftops. A glance, a plush, a vibe can say everything. And in a world where love is often overexposed, maybe mystery is the most romantic gesture of all. So, what do you think, Star Family? Is this flamingo keychain a silent confession? Or are we all just hopeless romantics? Let us know your theory in the comments below. We read them all, and who knows, your thoughts might appear in the next episode. If you loved today's story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications bell, so you never miss a moment where love hides in plain sight. From New York to Seoul, Tokyo to Paris, thank you for watching and being part of this global starlight family. Stay kind, stay curious, and stay tuned.